In today's video, we are unveiling the once-in-a-decade real estate opportunity in Bali. Hello and welcome back to the Bali Invest YouTube channel, your #1 partner when it comes to real estate in Bali. My name is Boaz and I'm co-founder of the Bali Invest. Before we dive into the details, let's appreciate Bali for a moment, because it's not just a famous travel destination, but it's a lifestyle. When you've traveled to Bali already, you probably know what I'm talking about, because when you've been here once, you know exactly that there's nothing in comparison to Bali. Now, let's talk numbers, of course. When it comes to touristic travel destinations, Bali is straight after Dubai, the second most visited travel destination in the whole world for the second time this year. So of course, we can talk about a massive touristic growth in the industry. Due to its international appeal, Bali has the most loyal visitors who are coming back year after year. And of course, even Bali had difficult times throughout the COVID times. And now years after, you see it statistically that Bali is currently booming. But of course, when we're talking about the size of the island, Bali is not the biggest island in the world. It seems like you can get it all in Bali. You have everything from beautiful restaurants to cafes, rice fields. You have different activities that you can do. But of course, when it comes to the size and where you can build, we're talking about a limited supply of prime land destinations. So let's shortly discuss which locations are currently under discussion in Bali. We have more of the Canggu area, where people want to go to if they're looking for a great vibe, where they can go into cafes, they can enjoy their time. It's most known for digital nomads who want to travel there and enjoy Bali in its finest. Of course, you also have the Seminyak area, which is more of the touristic center. Then we go down below towards Kuta and Jimbaran, which is very close to the airport. The south area as well, Uluwatu, Unggasan, where you can really enjoy the most beautiful beaches when it comes to Bali overall, in my opinion. And of course, if you're more spiritual and you like to be surrounded by more of a jungle space, Ubud might be the perfect destination for your stay next time you come to Bali. But nonetheless, of course, also those destinations have only limited spaces left. If you're planning on having your first villa project, I would definitely recommend you looking into those more touristic areas. But if you're just like us and you want to look into further potential that Bali has to deliver to you, I have something for you. Our current project is on the Nusa Ceningan Island, which is 25 minutes apart from Bali via boat. Why have we chosen those destinations? Because of course, when Bali is booming, also the neighbor islands, they will record numbers for touristic visitors. Because it's our duty to really have a good understanding of what is going on the island, where in Bali is the infrastructure growing. And we saw that Sanur and Nusa Ceningan has built a full multi-million-dollar harbor project, which enables even a more comfortable transition from Bali to the neighbor islands. But let's be real here. When you're planning your first villa project, your first house, your first rental even, you're probably looking into closer destinations to the beach, to prime locations, where you can really experience Bali to its fullest. But you can probably imagine you will not be the first who thought so. That's why it's so important to look further into Bali and different regions and the potential different part of the island have. And now this update might even surprise you, because the infrastructure is developing, and even for the future now. In the North Bali part, there's a second international airport planned to make sure visitors also spread further onto the island. But also when we're talking about the current updates, where it's shown that the underground railway system is planned now for the future, different parts of the islands will be connected much more efficient. And of course, if you know Bali, you know probably that the traffic situation, as in other Asian countries, can be very difficult. So in our opinion, this will be a massive breakthrough to connect different parts of the island together and make sure that no one has to spend all their time in traffic anymore. Also, I don't know about you, but when I look into famous travel destinations, my first question is always, how long will it last? And this is an amazing question that you ask you, because when it comes to an amazing investment opportunity, you need to look further into those specifics. And I can tell you right now that Bali is doing something completely different. It is fascinating me day by day, because even with the current traffic situations, they're not staying the way they are currently. They're even forming shortcuts to make sure everyone can be more efficient and doesn't have to stay and wait there in traffic. Even when it comes to the medical sector, there's a massive health center getting realized in Sanur with the same medical standard as we have in Dubai, in Germany, Austria, Switzerland. Also, I'm not sure if you knew it before, but everyone from Australia, they fly over to Bali in order to get their teeth done even. The teeth medical industry is also a massive sector in Bali where people fly over. It's the same as people from Europe who fly over to Istanbul because of the affordable prices and the highest quality of doctors available here in Bali. So that's already an amazing sign. Also, if we go even deeper into the economic stability that Indonesia overall has, when we're looking at the stats for the last year, the first half of 2023, Indonesia had shown the third strongest economic growth worldwide, which also shows that Indonesia has a certain stability when it comes to your investment, especially in real estate. So of course we can talk about lower risk, but also higher return, which are now safer. So now we can talk about lower risk and a stable return compared to other emerging markets. You can imagine if the supply is limited, of course, the value of your property will increase dramatically. So now we're talking massive risen values of the properties. Also, when you're watching this video, you probably have compared Bali to Thailand recently. But the situation currently is that Thailand is completely different than Bali because Bali is transitioning fully into a luxury real estate market. You can do research on yourself, but the rental prices in Bali have increased over the last years dramatically. If you've been in Bali throughout the COVID times, you probably saw the cheap prices available for the villas. And now compared to those times, we're talking about 5-6 times the increasement in prices, in rental prices. The most important update has been published last year in 2023 autumn, which enables tourists now to even buy land as a private person through your passport. So back then, how everyone was doing it is that you had to get into an agreement with a local, which is called a joint venture, or you would found your own company, which enables you to even buy freehold as a company. But now, as a private person, you can come to Bali, you can show your passport and buy freehold, which is always a misconception because even in the internet, if you do your research, a lot of fake news are shown. But this shows a massive support from the government in order to lead to a even more increased economic growth. So if you're watching this video, you're still early. People are getting more familiar with the market. They are looking for different destinations worldwide in order to spread their capital for an amazing investment opportunity because Europe and the US market, as well as other markets worldwide, they're currently suffering under the worldwide conditions that we have currently. So be quick, make a smart decision, talk to one of our experts in the company, and have a conversation in the next days. Thank you for watching this video. Talk to you soon. Bye.